Hi, Jen Taylor Consulting. You're wondering what is going on. I'm gonna wait here. It shows that I'm live, so I'm gonna just wait till I see the thing. There we go. Hi, Jen Taylor Consulting. Welcome to my still old house. I am in the process of moving. Next week, I do actually have the movers coming to the house. So, the next time you see me, the beginning of August, I will be in a transition between houses. So I'll be somewhere else. And I don't know where I'll be. I mean, I know where I'm staying, sleeping, but I don't know where I'm going to do this video in 2 weeks and where the following week will be. The following week, I will be in Virginia speaking. So you get to see me on the road for the next couple videos. So I help businesses with their systems, their back end of the business, things that they don't want to work on. That's what I do. I help you, really become a better business owner because you are not stressed about all the things that are behind the scenes of your business that you don't want to work on. The ugly bits and the unsexy parts of operations. So, Karen mentioned in um, I guess on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, about the 8 CEOs in your business. And I had done this 8 CEO talk in the Fave group, but not in the Biz group. So I'm going to talk about today the 8 CEOs in your business. And you're going, what? There's 8 CEOs in my business? There's 8 CEOs in your head. What do they do? What do you need to do to tame them? Are there things that you like? I don't even talk to that person in my head because I don't want to deal with it. So here's the 8 CEOs. Got my paper here because my brain is more on packing than it is on all of this. So, financial. Well, of course you've got a CFO in your head. Who's looking at the money? Who's dealing with the money? What are you doing with your money? Is there how much is going in? How much is going out? How much are you saving for your retirement? Do you know that you can have a retirement account as a entrepreneur? There's things to save money for retirement that you're not always just banking it. Um, and what are the ROIs on things? What are the things that you can look at and go, that can go. What's the cost of, the balance of expenses and income coming in. So that's your first CEO is your financial. It's your financial CEO, i.e. the CFO. So then operations. This is where I can come in and really help. Strategic planning and operations is what I love to do. I love to sit down with business owners and discuss their business and strategic plan and sit down and go, where do you want to be? Working with your 8 CEOs. So your operation CEO is your COO or your director of operations, which I'm a certified director of operations. It's to keep everything organized, keep plans on track, keep you on track, and keep your team, if you do have a team, moving forward. So an operations person can have HR underneath them. It could have financials underneath them. Hold on. All this dust. Um, it's to make sure that you are efficient in your business, that you're not running around in circles. The standard operating procedures is a reason that that is in place, is because it keeps you in moving forward. Excuse me again. Oh my gosh. I hope this is going to be the whole time. Um, Client experience. It's not necessarily a CEO. It could be what is a CXO, so a chief experience officer. And that's where you're onboarding, you're offboarding, how they're working with you in between those two times. Is there a process that you go through with your clients? Is it optimized? Is it an experience that they come back and go, this is a great way to work with you? Or, like right now, I've got two. I'm working with the builder that's building my house. I came in the middle of their process, more close to the end of their process. I want to know. I want to help them because there's things I would love to know, and I would want to help future buyers in that same position going, this is where I think you need to be better at. So that is always a good thing. Um, and the client experience will always be a top priority because that's what gets you clients. Systems, the CIO. What kind of computers are you running? I mean, you have an Apple, you have a Mac, you have a PC, all of that. But what other systems are there? Do you have a system that's exclusive for your industry? For wedding events, I had a certain system. I still use one of them, the other one I don't use. Okay, I think I'm good. QuickBooks, Xero, whatever you're using for financials, what is that? All of your systems you have to think about it. You have to think about what's going on in your business and how systems affect it. Your operating procedures are part of that because they are working with your processes to make your life easier. So you're looking at a bigger picture. Can you unsubscribe to things because something else is working, has that same thing, or do you feel like you need to have that system? Let's just use a calendar system, because you feel like having this different calendar system will be a better fit for your client experience. So that's where you sit down and go, okay, where am I spending my money on systems? And is it worth it? Or do I need to look at something else? Or do I need to tweak how I do that? That is what a CIO does. So a chief information officer is looking at systems and looking at how to make it more efficient and how to make it more optimized for your business. So in your head, you're busy doing that. Team, the chief of staff, chief of HR, chief of whatever, it's your teams. So how are you onboarding your team members? How are you offboarding them? Are you keeping records that you need to keep? Are you keeping them secure? Are you doing all the things you need to do to be, if you have somebody as an employee, doing everything you need to do according to the state? So that's a huge part. Then you've got your contractors. If you do have contractors, what are they up? When's the contract due? What are the expectations of them? Are you feeling like you don't want to talk to them anymore? That's what a director of operation does, is they work together with you and then your team to keep plans or a project moving forward. So with my clients, I sit down with their VA twice every other week, and talk about what's going on. What things are they working on? What things are they done with? And I can go back to the owner of the business saying, okay, here we're done. Same with she's kind of a CIO, but she does the websites. What's going on with the websites? Are we good? What do we need to update? Here's some projects that we're looking at going forward. When can you fit those in? So things like that, where as a entrepreneur, you may not want to deal with that. As a director of operations or an accountability person or whatever you want to call me, that's what we do, is we go through these things with you and say, what's the things that need to be worked on? What are the things you keep pushing off? Do you have somebody to do monthly maintenance on your website? Because it makes it a lot easier to make sure the website's still working and what's going on with it. Like right now, one of my projects is making sure, for my client, is making sure all her links on her website go to where they need to go. Because if they don't, you're screwed. Same with my website. Sorry. If they are not, the link to book a call with me, if that's not working, that's on me to make sure it is. So to have somebody working on that, your teams, your CIO, all those things, you start to juggling jobs and you may forget. and not have that operations going forward and not have those projects going forward, and they just kind of just sit there and they never get done, and people never call you because your link on your website's broken, and they click on it and go, oh, I can't schedule a call. Well, crap, they're not going to call you. Or maybe they will. Maybe they'll send you an email. You don't know. Products and offerings. So this is, you need to know what you are going to be offering, whether it's a service or a product. And how is that working? What's that chief product officer in your head doing? Are they not looking at your offers, or you're not paying attention to what's out there? You're not researching what you can do in the future. You're not polling your current clients going, hey, what are some other offers or some other services or some other products that you would like to have? Or they keep telling you the same thing. Like maybe you're doing coaching and they keep telling you, oh, this would be great if you did this or you did that. And you're like, I just don't have time. Well, you carve out the time to say, okay, this is what I do and this is how I do it, but is there a way to make it better? Is there a way to add this in? Is there something that's not working? I mean, then you go back to your CFO in your head and go, let's look at all these offers, products, whatever, and see what's working. Am I not getting any of these, but I'm getting a ton of these? Am I not getting any clarity calls, but I'm going directly into business mapping? Or I'm selling the purple one, but I'm not selling the red one? Those are things that you can go, okay, what's working here and what's not? And how can I make it better for my clients to then have a better client experience and a better way of working with me that they want? So you see how these all start interchanging and interconnecting and becoming a web of things to do and things to work on. And that's where we get overwhelmed with everything that we're doing. Most people do so. I mean, some people are like, well, what's the eighth? We've talked about everything else in the business. We've talked about a chief product officer. We've talked about a chief of staff. We've talked about systems. We've talked about client experience. I mean, you can also put marketing under client experience or product and services. So that's a whole nother section. I mean, you really can have 9 CEOs. I mean, if I really blow this out, you have a whole team in your head. You've got your chief operating officer. You've got your chief financial officer. All of those people are looking at you. It's like that. There's a commercial that has the people in your head. All these people are in your head. And so no wonder you're going crazy. It is hard to do that. And then on top of it, you have your own personal growth. That's the eighth, is to what do you want to do as a person, or to expand your business, or to learn something new. Maybe you want to do more yoga. Maybe you want to go work out. Maybe you want to read more, or, what are those things that you want to do to grow yourself, which in turn grows your business. So that's where the eighth one comes in. And as I said, I can move this to 9 and put a chief marketing officer in there and then talk about marketing and your social media and all of that. So as you can tell, there's a lot of reasons why you feel like you're going crazy. And that's just one. And that is, it's true. So what I help you with is I take these 8 CEOs and they become people, and we talk about each one of those parts of your business and create a plan to work on those things throughout the year. So we meet twice a month, we meet quarterly, we work through those things, and we keep you not going crazy. You can go back to your board and go, oh yeah, I've done those things. I'm done. I can move on to the next project. And I don't have to worry about my team not getting stuff done, or even myself not getting things done. Because now I have the bandwidth, because I've actually hired a team. Maybe you don't even have a team yet. And you're doing everything. because you feel like you need to do everything. Well, you shouldn't. Bookkeepers, virtual assistants, marketing. Who else? I mean, I'm just thinking about my own team. I have my own CIO. I mean, she's just working on the website. I can do all the rest of the stuff and just making sure everything's there. I mean, who are those people for you? Because at the end of the day, you may not want to do something and you're just going to let it sit there and never get done. When you need to be looking at it and going, okay, what can I do? What can I pass on? What can I give to somebody else to get this off my plate so then I can focus on why I started my business. I started my business because I wanted to do whatever. I started this business to help you, the business owner. I've helped brides, I've helped other wedding planners, I've done that, but it's the same thing. I want to help my clients have a better experience in whatever I'm helping them with. Whether it's a wedding, whether it's their business, whether it's just somebody going, hey, let's be accountability people. Let's sit down and talk about your business and let me keep you accountable along the way. So you don't feel like at the end of the day and after every quarter, every year, you're like, I've done nothing. I've felt that I've done nothing. I can show you that board saying, hey, here's all the things that we've completed. We've done all these things. And you're like, oh yeah. I don't feel so stressed. I don't feel so burdened with what I need to do in my business. So those 8 CEOs in your head are real. And they just need a good, I won't say a good talking to. They just need somebody to listen, and they just need somebody to have you go through your business with an objective person and go, this is what needs to happen, or this is what could happen, and this is how I can help you. So with that, I'm going to finish early because I have to pack. And I have to I have people coming to go do some stuff around my own house. So the delegation of your 8 CEOs, it's just I call it the business mapping system. And we go through and we talk about those 8 CEOs and what projects need to be done for each one. And then you can do them, or I can help you do them. And we can meet quarterly. We can meet every other week in each month, and then quarterly and say, okay, where are you at? So with that, those are the 8 CEOs. I know that there's an article out there for you guys, so I'll link the article. What you've seen lately is things with how to create your standard operating procedures. I can help with those as well. So with that, I will see you in 2 weeks. And I can't wait to get started to really dig into the unsexy parts of your business. So I'm going to hold on a second. We have workbooks that we're going to start going through. If you want a workbook, please let me know and I will get some sent out. Just put a note in the email, in the comments below, and I will I'll just put the link out there for you guys to buy them if you want. And we're going to go through these and we're going to walk through how to create your own standard operating procedures, as well as reviewing and refreshing how you started your business and all that fun stuff. So anyway, have a great rest of the week. Today's Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. Enjoy the weekend. We have a lovely weekend coming up if you're in the Seattle area. And we'll talk soon. Bye.